What's going on, Phins fans? It is your boy Dillon, and I just got done watching Hard Knocks episode 3. This is going to be my recap. Real quick though, before I get into that, I do want to say that I also just got done doing a little bit of a live stream because what I had decided after watching the first 2 episodes, I was kind of undecided coming into Hard Knocks how I was going to handle it. I'm really excited about it because I love getting to see these, behind the scenes look at this team, especially because I do think that this team is special and we're going to go really far. But I was a little undecided on how exactly I wanted to do it. And so for the first 2 episodes, I just did recap videos, which is what this video is for episode 3. But I also, after the last 2 episodes and the last episode in particular, with all the Jalen Phillips stuff going on, I really wanted to, do a live stream as well, a reaction video while I'm actually watching Hard Knocks. So that way you guys can get my, most genuine responses. You know what I'm saying? Just the absolute most genuine responses possible. And, I'm not a person who's afraid to show my emotions. So I wish I would have had a video, a live stream video from last week's episode because, you got to see a lot of good reactions from me. I mean, there was all, the fun stuff with Mike McDaniel talking about getting roundhouse kicked in the shoulder and hitting the dick. That was fun. That was a good time. But, admittedly, the entire second half of episode 2, I was just bawling my eyes out because I just felt so bad for Jalen Phillips and all that stuff. So I wish I would have been able to get those reactions on a live stream, but it is what it is. And, I decided that I'm going to do that going forward because I do want to make sure to get the most genuine reactions to the show as possible. In addition to then, kind of doing the in the nutshell version, which is obviously what I'm doing right now and what the recap is. So let's go ahead and jump into it. There wasn't really a whole lot to it, at least from the sense of, I kind of had a little bit of a hard time deciding how I wanted to describe this episode. Because I don't want it to seem like it was boring or in a negative context, but it was kind of a basic episode. And what I mean by that is that I feel like it's going to have, this episode was entirely the basic blueprint of what we should expect to see week in, week out, right? So what I mean by that is, you're going to get some speeches from coaches, and you're going to get to see in the meeting rooms, you're going to get to see portions of practice, you're going to get to see, a little cut up of the game. There's going to be certain people that are featured and that, and so on and so forth, right? And, this one definitely had all of that. It was an entertaining episode. But there were no extremely thrilling parts in it. Like last episode. Last episode was just an absolute masterpiece. The extremely thrilling part being, the stuff I talked about Mike McDaniel on the sideline. I mean, I love getting to listen to Mike McDaniel, especially these behind the scenes looks because I love Mike McDaniel as a coach. And, you got to see a lot more of that and who he is and how he interacts with these guys and everything. And I think it's a beautiful thing to see. But that in particular last week was just super funny. And then obviously, with the heavy emotions from last week being the whole Jalen Phillips stuff going on and stuff. And obviously there was nothing to that level in this episode either, right? There was no extreme heart-wrenching kind of stuff. But what was in this episode, obviously, it's around Christmas time, so there was definitely a lot of Christmas themed stuff going on. They showed some portions of the staff members decorating, and they have all the lights up, and there's decorations outside the facility, in the facility. Tua, we got to see a little sneak peek earlier in the week about how Tua was like, man, I'm gonna start bringing in earbuds and listening to Christmas music on my own because you guys don't want to. Toward the end of the episode, Raheem Mostert got involved, but I guess the quarterbacks had put up their top 3 or top 5 lists of Christmas movies. Raheem Mostert was his top was what was it? I just watched it. His top was Home Alone 1 and 2. Apparently both of those movies get lumped in together. His number 3 was Christmas Story. What was number 2? Shit. I can't remember what number 2 was now. Anyway, whatever. So you get the idea, though. So they were going through, that. Obviously, a lot of Christmas-themed stuff. Like I said, there were speeches in this. There were, inside the meeting rooms and stuff like that. There was obviously on the field stuff during practice and stuff about the game. Obviously they highlighted Andrew Van Ginkel in this episode, obviously in large part because of the fact that he had that pick 6 in the game. But we did get to meet Andrew's family in this episode, which I thought was really cool. And that's one of the cool things about Hard Knocks is, again, that very, from all kinds of aspects, the personal aspects of getting to see these guys in their homes and meeting their families, and the real personal aspects of, Jalen Phillips' injury and stuff like that, from the football aspect of on the field and in the meeting rooms and stuff like that. It's great. And I love it. And it's obviously, to me, it doesn't seem like it's any bit of a distraction for these guys. So I love it. It's great stuff. But anyway, you get to meet Andrew Van Ginkel's family, Sam, his wife, and their 2 kids. Lots of blonde hair going around. Obviously, Andrew's got his long flowing locks, golden locks. But anyway, I thought it was awesome because he's got 2 sons. They've got 2 sons, Leo Van Ginkel and his other son, Ripken Van Ginkel, which I think is fucking awesome. Obviously there's the whole Rip Van Winkle and, I don't know, but maybe it's kind of a little bit of a play off that, and maybe also, I don't know, but maybe a homage to Cal Ripken or something. I don't know. I don't know where the name comes from or what their, process was in deciding his name, but I thought that was fucking awesome. So, just stuff like that. And like I said, I don't want to make it seem like it was a boring episode or anything like that, or anything that might have a negative connotation to it. But it was kind of a basic and kind of a vanilla episode, just working around the blueprint, the basic blueprint of how, this show is going to be structured around us and what kind of key points they're looking to hit on, which is obviously some of the personal stuff. There's interviews with players and coaches, getting to see their families, getting into their homes a little bit and seeing some of their home life and, the injury aspects and all that stuff. And then everything on the football field and in the meeting rooms and the games and, all that good stuff. And then obviously, overall too, just documenting the overall story and journey of this Miami Dolphins team, as they progress throughout the season. And at this point, we're 9-3. And we're number 1 in the AFC. We have the number 1 seed, and it's a beautiful fucking thing. So good stuff, man. I enjoyed it. It was another good episode. And this is what I'm going to do for each episode going down the stretch and for the remainder of the season. I'll do a little bit of a live reaction so you can get my best, most genuine. Because when those moments hit, bro, and like I said, I'm not afraid to show my emotions. So if some tears, and look, if the Dolphins make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to be crying during the win. Or if we make it to and win the Super Bowl, I'm going to be crying during my live stream during the win. I know I will. I'm not going to be able to stop myself, bro. I'll break down in tears. During the Hard Knocks recap afterwards, I'm going to break down in tears again, right? So I don't care about that kind of stuff. I'm not worried about that. I'm not into this it's, not macho if you cry, any of that bullshit. Fuck that toxic masculinity shit. I don't play it. And I think it's actually it shows a lot more strength and confidence when people are, able to show their emotions. So anyway, I'm not afraid of that kind of stuff, but I do think it adds an extra layer to the content and stuff. So if any more of those moments do come up, I do want them to be, as real and as genuine as possible. So I want you guys to be able to see that in the moments. And for the same reason why, you know, you do live streams of the games, because when you're seeing it for that first time, when it's raw in your mind and all that good stuff, that's when you get the most genuine reaction. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then I'll do my recap videos afterwards as well. But that's really about it. Not a whole lot to this episode. It was still good. And really at the end of the day, I'm not super hard to please when it comes to stuff like this. Generally, I like more stuff than I dislike. I try and be open-minded. When it comes to things like movies, I'm generally entertained almost no matter what. You know, so like people who, for example, are like big Marvel comics fans or like Star Wars fans and, you know, those really hardcore fans that bitch and moan because this isn't perfect or this isn't exactly like the comics or blah, 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 blah. I don't care about none of that personally. I just love the stories. I love when I can get emotionally invested too, and feel like I'm actually a part of it. So, that's the kind of stuff that I like the most, and that's the stuff that I like the most. But I'm generally, you know, open-minded to most stuff and generally like more than I dislike. So that's how I go about things. That's how I go about life. And when it comes to this, it's really no different. I'm going to like each and every one of these episodes, and I'm going to love the insider look at this Dolphins journey because, once again, I think it's a special team. I think we're going to go far, baby, and I can't wait to see how the rest of it plays out. So with that, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave comments, interact with me. I love the interactions. Share my channel and videos, all that good stuff. I am trying to build up this channel and my brand. I did get in touch with the Roundtable Sports guys because I am looking to join them, join their company and be hopefully one of the newest members of Roundtable Sports. We'll see how it goes. I have a meeting scheduled for next Tuesday. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully, you know, they see my value. And because this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love. And this is how I want to make my living ultimately. You know, I've done a lot. I've moved around a lot in life. I've had pretty much every kind of job and damn near every industry you can think of. I've tried so many different things and have had a hard time really kind of figuring out where I belong in the world and where I fit in life. And if I'm really keeping it honest with myself, you know, I just got to do what I love and what I'm passionate about. And this is it. So I'm giving it a shot and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully things go well on Tuesday when I have my meeting with those guys or whoever out of those guys I have the meeting with. And hopefully I will soon be able to get on board with the Roundtable Sports guys and that company and start to, you know, build my brand along with them and all that good stuff. So hit the like button, subscribe button, and obviously too, go check out all their content. They're great guys. They make a lot of good stuff. Obviously, they're primarily the AFC East guys, Master at Work, TD, Richie and Dan. And then obviously they're doing the expansions as well. So they're doing big things, bigger and better things. And hopefully, like I said, I'll be a part of that soon myself. So go check out them out. Check out my videos. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave the comments and all that good stuff. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Fins up, baby, all day, every day. Let's go to the Super Bowl and take that shit home, baby. Lombardi, back to Miami. Let's get it.
7-7. Touchdown. Miami wins it.